Whew, muggy.
Hotter than a goat's butt in a red pepper bag.
So
I'm just thinking for the first moment or so, I'd just like to state, I'm not here to tell you what to think. I'm just trying to offer you some honest insights from my standpoint, just because I say it doesn't make it so, but encourage you to look for yourself. Don't rely on other people to tell you what you need to think. People say, I tell you what you need to do, and in the first place, they don't know what the hell they need to do for their own self, let alone be telling me or you what to think. Yeah, well, it's not that you don't appreciate outside guidance. In the first place, the very people that offer the guidance ought to go look in the mirror and start guiding the person they see in the mirror. What's in it for them? No, it's not only that they want to tell you what you need to do. They want to know what you're doing. Everything about your damn business. When they ought to be, they're doing it so much they don't have time to take care of their own business. Yeah. So anyway, maybe we'll get the first coronation out here. Be my luck, the first go around a bird shit on the bill of McHale. Yeah, I'd say, well, maybe that's an indicator of what this series is going to be about. Some real shit. Or even as far as that goes, law enforcement. Law enforcement's only good after the fact. Solve the crime once it's occurred.
And
they can't prevent it from happening.
That's not the charge.
That's where people need to be willing to undertake the understanding that up until the time something like that happens, it's their personal safety is their own personal responsibility. You don't want to hurt somebody, but there again, too, you want to rightfully protect your safety.
Because who else
is going to do it for you? What do you do? A burglar break in? Just a minute. Flip on the light and see if you're armed, and if you are, you're going to stand there while I call the law enforcement to come arrest you and take you away. They've got to protect me. Yeah, in your dreams. I'm going to have to tell them sooner or later. I'm going to say, can anybody tell me who somebody is? Because that's all I hear people say. Somebody needs to do this. Somebody needs to do that. Who is somebody? What's their last name? I'd like to talk to this person. Do I need some more room? I'll start, makeup? Oh, wait, that's right. I don't have makeup, so you just have to take me for what I am. At least I'm not going to hide behind a false front. Well, in the first place, government's fine and well because me and the rest of the American people are paying for it. And the sad part, we're paying for it, and usually the ones that pay for it aren't getting anything. If you can't depend upon your own self, there's not much sense in really counting on someone else to take care of you. It's our own self-responsibility and obligation to oneself. Sure, there are a lot of things I'd like to have, and, I'd like to say, hey, where's my water? Where's my help? But, I'd like to sort of feel like that I have a little pride in being able to fend and take care of myself to a reasonable extent. Now, if I'm trying and I can't make ends meet, yes, the help would be greatly appreciated. But let me make that first effort to take care of myself. Government, they overstep it. Once they help you to a degree, they start owning you. It's so easy. But what happens if one becomes accustomed to having help given to them, and suddenly that help starts to be reined in? You have pressure being put on you to do more to earn that help or sustainment. Everything comes with a price to it. It's nice to get something for free, but by gosh, it's not free. Somebody somewhere is paying for it. And in most cases, it's the American taxpayer And for goodness sake, I feel like that we are squeezed to death enough as it is, let alone at what may become facing us further on down the road. It's sad. Look at what we American citizens have had to become accustomed to over the last 3 years as far as restraining our own personal spending habits. I was always told if a person thinks they could spend themselves rich, brother, get a credit card and have at it. Yeah, it's fine and well for a certain period of time, but there comes a time where the interest, the principal, it has to be paid. For goodness sake, when's the federal, local, and state government going to realize that themselves? There's only so much that we, the American people, can afford, let alone take care of our own self. When we work, we put in the time, it's taxed away from us at an even more and more alarming rate, and then it's wasted. Show me something for the money that's spent. That'll count for something. But when you see money just foolishly thrown away in such foolish, frivolous manners, boy, is that not pitiful in itself? You know, I'm not saying that, and on top of that, look at our tax system. I mean, it's not meant to encourage saving. It's meant to keep the money moving. How can we prepare for our own future, our later years, our later life, when we can't even afford to look towards that, to save, to plan for it? It's got to be a pretty sad situation, and I don't even think we have begun to see the true extent of what may be coming on down the road. I don't mean to say I'm pessimistic. I like to be optimistic. But it seems like the pessimistic visions have come to the point that they really start outweighing the ability of oneself to look at things in an optimistic manner. I hope I'm wrong with that. But these are just a few thoughts that I have, and I do want to impress upon you. I'm not trying to tell you what to think by any means. I'm simply offering you a few of my own personal feelings or thoughts. I want to encourage you to think for yourself. Don't rely on other people or the government to think for you. Do it for yourself. Remember one thing. Be what you is. Because if you be what you ain't, then you ain't what you is. Folks, be happy with you for who you are. Thank you.